Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot, where we blend warmth, joy, and a little bit of spice to light up your spiritual path. I'm Stephanie, and today we're diving into a reading that's all about a mid-month check-in for the month of July that begins the week of July 14. This is going to be for the collective grouping air signs. And so air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you're any of those signs and this reading resonates with you, then definitely let it fit if it does. And if it's not your reading, leave it for someone else. I do thank you for joining in and playing along. Again, it's just going to be a mid-month check-in, looking at current position and ending with a final outcome for this middle of July. We just recently had a full moon in Capricorn, so earth sign. And full moons are all about releasing, letting go, things that no longer serve us. So let's see where we're at now after the full moon has completed. And here we are. Again, just checking in for the air signs. This can be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Where are you in this current position? Where are you presently feeling, thinking, doing? Wow. So Ace of Cups, new beginnings in the heart space, lots of love, lots of self-love. What's challenging you in that aspect? So air signs, what's coming in as a challenge to you getting new love or self-love? The High Priestess, she who knows. Your intuition, what's on your mind? The Four of Cups, what's in the root of your feelings or your situation? The Ten of Wands, you're done with something. The Death card is in your recent past. That makes a lot of sense. What's bringing you into the near future? The Nine of Wands. And external energy matters, but it's not you, so it's just affecting you. It's Five of Wands, conflict, battles, egoic conflict. Ten of Cups is your internal energy. Hope, Two of Cups. It's also a fear. What is your final outcome? The Magician. Air signs, that is an air sign energy there of Gemini. So air signs showing up hot and heavy in this reading for sure. Lots of fire, a little bit of water sprinkled in, actually quite a bit of water as well. So at the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is giving us an overview here, and they're coming in as a spiritual teacher. Wisdom, anything you can gain externally. So I don't know, air signs, if you've been dabbling in learning things, if you've been seeking counsel from a wise one, some sort of could be a psychic, it could be a tarot reader, it could be a yoga teacher, a priest, somebody that you go to because they have knowledge that you desire. And the Hierophant is that spiritual teacher. So they're overseeing this reading here, which gives me the idea that there has been some counsel that has been sought for you, air signs. And so I'm going to set this off to the side and we'll get started on the reading. So we have in the center, current position for you, air signs, Ace of Cups. As I said, this is all about new love, self-love, something new. The Ace, the beginning, the start, a fresh new page has been turned to show us or to give us if you're embarking on a new heart space endeavor. And this, like I said, this can be towards yourself. Maybe now in this current moment, you've decided it's the middle of July and I've spent the better part of this year being, hard on myself. I'm now going to start seeing things from a cup full, half full. I'm going to start seeing things from a positive perspective, especially geared towards myself. I'm going to stop being so hard on myself. Like I said, can also be towards another. So maybe you're deciding that you're accepting how you really feel about another, or they are coming to you with an offer of, I think that you and I have something and we should see where it goes. So that is Ace of Cups. What's challenging that for you, air signs, is High Priestess. This is a water energy. High Priestess is a major arcana representing all of the water signs primarily. So if you have any influence or interaction with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they're coming in. This is coming in as a challenge to this fresh new offer, because it's the intuition. It's the intuitive hits, those psychic knowings that we have. Sometimes we're not really, I believe our intuition is like a muscle, and just like muscles on the body, if you don't work them, if you don't use them, they will atrophy. So High Priestess here is just saying your intuition is getting in the way of this. Maybe your intuition's going off about if this is an offer from someone or towards you, towards someone. She or he is coming in to say, something's not right. My intuition's going off. It's presenting a conflict or a challenge. So I feel that there is someone that an offer has been extended to, or there is an offer coming to you or going out, but your intuition is getting in the way. Your intuition, that internal sight, your gut instinct. I think that law enforcement, detectives, psychics, of course, therapists, they're very dialed in with this aspect of their being. And so when someone says, trust your gut, maybe you have, and you just can't deny that something doesn't feel, smell, seem right. So your hits are going off. What's on your mind is the Four of Cups. And this is the energy of reevaluation. You understand, on the top of your mind, you understand that there is offers. There are offers. However, you don't know. You're contemplating. You're not deciding one way or another. You're in the decision-making process, but I'm looking at her face and I'm seeing her body language. And again, this doesn't mean that you have to be a female. If I'm referring she, he, it's just because the image is on the card, but it's never, there's no sex in tarot. So don't listen to my pronouns as if it needs to apply only to that gender. So the look on this person's face is looking down. They just look like someone's asked them if they want to have a steak dinner and they just don't know. And that's maybe a bad analogy, but they just don't know something that has been presented or that they are thinking of doing. They're just not sure. They don't feel good about it. And I feel, or maybe they do, but they don't know what they want right now. The High Priestess, I'm looking at the intuition, this knowing. The look on this one's face is very much sure and confident and secure, that I believe with all of my might that this knowing is right. And I think that might be why on the top of your mind, you're reevaluating, because I think the intuition is going off and you can't get that out of your head. It's on your mind. I want to bring up that there is a divine pairing here. The bottom of the spread was the Hierophant, and this crossing energy was the High Priestess. These two are a divine soulmate pairing. So High Priestess is the internal and the Hierophant is the external. So the mastery of knowledge externally and the mastery of the internal knowledge. So High Priestess showing up as a conflict, Hierophant showing up as the overview of the reading. So there is knowledge coming in and there's knowledge coming out. It's really, there's a lot of psychic energy here. There's a lot of knowing. There's a lot of thinking things over, and the heart space is going. What led you to this current position? Air signs. It's the Death card, which is major arcana for Scorpio, so more water energy. But the Death card is all about transformation, which, interestingly enough, is exactly what happens during a full moon. So this full moon that we recently had on July the 10th, the full moon causes you, or is a good time for you to let things go, which is a death process. Anytime that we're letting the old go and the new come in, it is some sort of a death. Internally, it's a death in the mind. It's the way we've been thinking about things. So my gut instinct is telling me, and you determine if this is right for you, that there was a death process. There was a transformation of energy from one way to another, and I believe that it was very profound. So ask yourself, air signs, if you did feel as if you did go through some sort of a, maybe it was hard, maybe it was because nothing that happens to us at like the birthing process or the actual dying process, none of that is easy, but it leads you to a new state of being. So it's usually worth it in that we let the old go and we bring the new in. And that's where you came from. So you were led in by this death energy, the end of an old cycle, the beginning of a new. There's this love offer on the table, current position, but something about it isn't sitting right. We have the intuition, the internal knowing, and we have a reevaluation. So we're really thinking about things. We're really going over things in our mind of, is this what I really want? I don't know. I just don't know. And what's interesting is down at the bottom in the recesses of your soul, the root of the spread here, excuse me, is the 10 of Wands. And this is all about burdens, letting them go. We're done. 10 is the culmination. 10 is the end. So 10 of Wands is the end of a heavy, burdensome cycle. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not any sort of a licensed professional in the medical community, but this can also indicate back. Your back, that back is broken energy, or you bared the load on your back for so long that you are tired, you're exhausted. There is an exhaustion in your soul. Essentially, it's the wand energy, so it's all about your desires, your inspiration, and maybe you just feel as if, I've taken on so much and I've done so much for this person, place, or thing, and I'm exhausted, I'm tired, and I'm done, and I'm not doing it anymore. I like tens because they lead us back to one. They lead us back to the ace. So we understand in the soul of our being that something is finished. That death energy definitely rings true. And then as you move into the future, you've gone down a wand, and you're the wounded warrior now. So you bore the weight of heavy burdens, and now you are sitting in the stance in the near future, air signs, as if it's got that come at me, bro look on the face. This person is like, I'm not shying away from conflict or discussions or contemplations. I am just, you're not in this energy anymore. As you move towards the future, you've got your head straight forward, the eyes have the look on that face, and you're ready, but you're not starting it. So you're not attending every fight you're invited to, but you're also not backing down if somebody comes for you. So I think, air signs, you're ready for action, but you're not the one that's going to be going and seeking it out. So I think that you've got your ego in check, your pride in check. I just think that you're not interested in BS right now. This is the wounded warrior. You've been hurt. You've had all of these burdens, and you're just not interested in moving forward with any of that. Your external energy is the Five of Wands, and that outside of you, something that is influencing how you're feeling is egoic. Somebody has a hell of a lot of pride. Somebody has quite the ego on them. And it seems as if, and this might be why you're in this boundaried position, because you're ready for this, but you're not starting it. Someone else is. I think someone else is picking on you, causing you, like throwing their wands your direction. I don't think that you are starting it. I think that you are boundaried and protecting yourself, but someone outside of you wants a piece of you, in your action inspiration part of you. This is outside of you. So I think that is just good to be aware that, like I said earlier, you don't have to be attending every fight you're invited to. In your internal energy is beautiful. Another 10, and this is the 10 of Cups. So where we started in the center of the spread is the Ace. Well, how you're feeling in your internal energy right now is very full in the heart. You've got everything you need. You feel complete. You feel as if I have my heart space full. My cup is full. I have so much inside of me that I have plenty to give to others. I love the example of you don't put the oxygen mask on others in the airplane. If the plane goes down, you put it on yourself first. That way you can be of service and you can be of help to other people. So here in the 10 of Cups, how you're feeling, air signs, you're feeling full. You feel complete. You feel like you do want to give your rainbow to the world. You want to spread your light. You want to spread your joy. You just have this internal sunshine is the way it's coming across to me. So internal sunshine for you, air signs. Your hope and your fear is the Two of Cups. This is a pretty common hope and fear. This is the joining of two, the two becoming one. This can be you entering into, you had that consideration of love here towards yourself or towards another, and it looks like that's on the table. So we hope for the best when we join up, but we also are a little bit afraid of what could happen if we look down the road and we plant the seeds of negativity. It's not, nothing's for sure. It's always kind of open to fate, destiny, whatever you believe in. But the Two of Cups is here in the placement of the hope and the fear. We want it, but we're afraid. We bring it in, but we push it away. Two of Cups, the two becoming one, soulmate union, can also be a business partnership. So if you're not in this reading today interested in anything regarding love, this can be the joining of you and a business partner, or you going and making a pact with your kids or your neighbors that you're going to take care of each other. So you hope for good, but you also kind of fear what could happen if things go awry. And your final outcome is absolutely excellent. Again, this is Major Arcana for the sign of Gemini, it's the Magician. And the Magician is here as a final outcome to say to you that all is well, that you are the master manifester. You have all of the tools in your tool belt that you could possibly need and more. You have the ability to create heaven on earth for yourself. This card, the slogan that goes with the Magician is as above, so below, as within, so without. So you bring heaven to this earth. You have your sword in hand, which is your communication abilities. You have your cup on the table, which is the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups situation. It's what I'm giving to others, what they're giving to me, what I'm capable of in my emotions. Excuse me. You have your wands, so you have your inspiration, your action-taking abilities. You're not one to sit on your laurels. You're going to get up and you're going to take the action necessary. And you have your pentacles, so you have money in the bank. You have your good health. You keep your health in check. You keep yourself in tip-top position. This is just very much Harry Potter with your wand, with your ability to see things. I love that we have the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Magician. There is so much powerful spiritual energy here on the table. And air signs, I think you are well suited for what is coming at you this middle of July timeframe. So good news, final outcome, you're the Magician. And I'm going to finish for this reading with a High Priestess, or I'm sorry, the Priestess of Light. I was looking at the High Priestess here, the Hierophant, the Magician, so much magic, so much power. I love it. So I'm going to finish with this Oracle card for you. And I'm going to read from the book just so I give you the adequate description. So you have that to glean on, and you can always know that it's going to be right at the end of this reading. So I'm going to look for the air signs. We have touching earth. This is planting something new, which I love because that is what Ace of Cups is all about. So touching earth, planting something new. And that's card number 12. And the number 12 is in numerology. You can add the 1 and the 2 to get the 3, which is self-expression, creativity, outcomes. So I'm going to hold that card up so you can look at the image as I read, and you can see for yourself. Touching earth, planting something new. The law of cause and effect is always at work in your life, and this card is telling you to bring a greater consciousness to the causal seeds you are planting in your energetic field. The angel of the rainbow is sending a full spectrum of light and color to nourish your highest intentions and help to nourish your and help them grow. And you can use her assistance to cultivate the destiny you desire. It's time to consider the garden of your dreams and take action that will produce beautiful blossoms and a bountiful harvest. Is there a new project you have yet to begin? An image or an idea just forming in your mind? These seeds of inspiration are blessings from the universe, and you are the gardener being called to them to get them to fruition. On a practical level, this card could indicate some new or increasing activity in the natural world. You may be creating an actual garden for yourself, a place where you can draw on the peaceful energy of the earth. You may even consider opening a flower shop or pursuing a career in a field related to agriculture, horticulture, or the like. You might also find yourself volunteering to clean up the environment, plant trees, or help our Mother Earth in some way. Always remember to plant the seeds of optimism, self-love, and belief in every goal and every area of your life, for out of that energetic garden grows expanding joy. And your affirmation: I plant the seeds of my future in every present moment. I nourish my destiny with action and joyous expectations. So thank you very much. I hope there was something in this reading that serves you and helps you on your path. And I do thank you so much for being here. Love and light. Namaste.